college football, no fans. There's no ambiance. There's no pageantry. There's nothing. I don't know. I don't know if the SEC is going to hold up. I want to see it. I mean, I'm going to watch. And this weekend's games aren't very good. Next weekend, they have 2 top 10 matchups, so, like, that's got some juice. But I don't know what Death Valley empty is going to look like.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know what Jordan-Hare Stadium empty is going to look like. You know, that's a struggle I have. I know what Spartan Stadium looks like empty, and it's tremendous. But, like, those places, there's a certain juice, and it's not going to be there.
Right.
And I don't know if it's going to feel the same for me.
I think the only juice from tomorrow's SEC games, at least from our aspect, we talked about this earlier when we made our picks, is Mike Leach and Lane Kiffin's SEC debuts.
Sure. Yep, the Wacko Bowl.
Yeah.
No, that one. I mean, again, those are the types of games you can get into for 15, 20 minutes. Very rarely, though, is it compelling enough where you're going to be like, yeah, I'm going to delay doing the honey-do list for that, or, oh, you know, let me lock in on this. The games, look, it's going to speak one way or the other, but the litmus test will be next weekend, you know, and you got Bama and A&M, and there is no 12th man. You know, I got to see it to figure out whether I can get into it or not. And no sport is hurt by not having fans more than college football. College football is dependent on it. It's a part of what the deal is. It's the contract you sign, you know, being a fan is like, you know certain venues, even if it's Notre Dame 3:30 kick, the Big House, you know, the Shoe, those are places like, you go to the Horseshoe, it's one of the only places I have ever been like scared as a fan where you're like, mother of God, this is like the Thunderdome. That's not going to be there. And I struggle with that.
So this weekend, obviously the SEC comes online, and it feels like a more legitimate college football season. When the Big Ten said they were coming back, and come October 23, 24, I think it will again take another step in the legitimacy of a college football season. Yesterday we heard the Pac-12 was coming back. I don't think that did anything for anybody. Does anybody care if the Pac-12 is a part of the party?
7 games,
No.
too.
John, I don't know. I mean, I know you talk to a lot of people all over the country, and it's there just isn't a passion quotient for the Pac-12. It just doesn't move the needle. People don't watch the games. The network deal they signed stinks, and the fan bases are, to be polite, fair weather at best. I mean, John, I don't think it moves the needle. I really, really don't.
Oh.
And, no, at all. Like, that's where if you told me tomorrow, like, the Pac-12 was going to disappear and the Big 12 would just absorb the top 3 or 4 teams, would anyone blink? I wouldn't.
No, I think it's what needs to be done.
Yeah. John, it's going to happen. There's going to be 4 16-team conferences. It'll be a power 64. That'll be your haves, and then there'll be the have-nots, and they're going to create a subdivision. That's really where I feel like it's headed. And then you'll get your expanded playoff.
And that'll be fine. But we were talking earlier. I still, when bowl games, they didn't mean that much. But when you were younger, you cared. Now, I don't even think younger kids care about bowl games anymore.
No, did you see they're kind of vying now for the waiving of bowl standards and bowl clauses?
Yeah, you could be winless and go to a bowl game this year.